Hi guys, this is take two for my live, and I actually like this a lot better. Where did my lighter go? I was gonna burn some sage. Thank you guys so much. So I was live, I was trying to be live, and then everything was going wrong. The internet was cutting in and out, and then the maintenance guy, the lawn maintenance guy showed up and started weed eating right outside my window. So thank you guys for being here. If you're joining at a later time, check out the timestamps below. I'm going to do a quick review of what I talked about in the other video because I know it was really choppy, and then I'm just going to find a flow to get back into. So I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so while I'm doing this, doing the little setup and maybe seeing if some of our friends who were here with us earlier can join again, I'm going to tell you this story because I forgot to. On the other video, I forgot to tell you about the image that I saw last night. One of the things that I love, if you guys have been following my journey for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months really, I was living in a place here in Mexico. Hi Maria, hi Soul Explorer, yay, thank you. I was living in a place here in Mexico that was just, it was so noisy and it was so bad. And it was 2 stories, and there's not really central air here. You get air conditioning in certain rooms of the house, right? And it was just too hot to be able to work with the windows closed, but it was too loud to work with the windows open, right? So I got moved into this new place, and one of the things I love it is it's much more isolated, but also, you guys, there's nature, all right? So last night, I was outside enjoying the beautiful, beautiful night air. This is juniper that we're bringing into the atmosphere. And I look up on the side of my house, and I saw this amazing sight, okay? It's how nature speaks to me, okay? I love nature in and of itself, but also spirit uses it to communicate. We're talking about last week's transits and this week's transits being a lead up to the meeting of Venus and Mars, which Venus and Mars are going to be meeting up. They're going to be conjunct one another next week in Leo. Leo is about fun. It's about confidence. It's about courage. It's about self-acceptance. And it is about truth. It's about things coming to light. All right. So for some of us, Venus and Mars are going to be expressed externally in a masculine energy, like a person, and a feminine energy or person. But for most of us, that's going to be happening on the inside. Our own inner masculine and feminine are going to look at each other and see each other in a new light. Okay? So here's what was happening on the side of my house last night. There were 2 lizards mating. Okay? So up towards my roof, there's these 2 little lizards, because there's lizards everywhere. There's 2 of them, and they're in this fun little embrace because that's how they mate. And then next to them was a spider. And the spider was the same size as the lizards. Okay, I was really I've never seen a spider that big in my entire life. I took a picture of it. I'll probably post it later on Instagram if you guys want to follow me and be like, here is what I'm talking about, all right? So I did a little research, and the fact of the matter is when lizards are mating, they get into this embrace where the male bites the feminine's head. It's just nature, all right? And they will often stay like that for hours at a time, completely oblivious to their environment, okay? Spiders sometimes eat lizards, especially when they're great big spiders like that, all right? Spiders often show up to me as a symbol of fear, just because a lot of people are scared of spiders. That's just kind of a universal thing, all right? So as I was meditating on that this morning, the message that was in that is that this union that's coming up between the masculine and feminine, whether it's externally or internally, is potentially going to be threatened by fear, okay? Because I saw this scene and I was like, what the heck is going on? I turn on the flashlight on my phone, I take a picture, I use the flash, the spider gets out of there, right? But the fact of the matter is, these two lizards that were mating were so caught up in each other that they didn't realize this giant spider was approaching. I'm gonna let you guys know, the lizards are probably about that big, okay? The spider was also that big, okay? So I'm just gonna share with you that that's what's going on. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opportunity for the union of the masculine and feminine energies, both internally and externally. But we have to be very aware of the fact that in this energy, fear can creep up on us in ways that we're not even aware of, okay? So thank you guys so much for giving me an opportunity to kind of reframe that message and share that with you, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and go back, and for those of you who missed it, I'm gonna do a quick recap of what we saw on the Cancer reading. They're right outside my window. And then a quick recap of what was happening with the Leo reading, all right? So Cancers, the moral of the story is make sure that your values are your values. Make sure that what you're placing importance in right now is what you think is important to you and not what society. It was such a huge spider. And then when I took a picture of it, you know when you take a picture of animals, you can see like a little glare in their eyeballs. I've never had that with a spider before, you guys. And this, like, you could see the glare in the spider's eyeballs. It was freaky. I'm gonna put it on Instagram later, okay? So Cancers, just make sure that the energy, the weights that you're lifting, that if you're working out, you're working hard on something, Cancers, make sure it's for what you really want and not what others are expecting of you. Leos, don't give your power away by pretending that your values are what they're not, or by pretending that you don't know what to do. In fact, as I had to end the last live and I was going around the house and I was shutting the windows, turned on the AC, I got out my phone, so now we're basically running on data instead of the Wi-Fi connection. Spirit's like, this is the message. This is the message that we have for Leos. If I were to sit here and be like, oh my God, you guys, there's nothing I can do, I would have been giving my power away to the situation. So instead, I did the things that I could do and I got the power back. So we still got a little bit of distraction in the background, but we are definitely ready to move forward. All right, you guys, thank you for your patience. I love you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you guys being here through all of this chaos. All right, so 8 minutes in, we're gonna talk to my Virgos, okay? Virgos, thank you guys so much for being here. Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, 6th house stellium, or Virgo dominant. You guys may also have a Virgo North node. We talked about dominance being, there's a way that you can check that out. If you guys are interested, drop a comment below and I'll make a video about how to figure out what your dominant sign is, okay? Virgo is actually my dominant sign, so it's interesting that we were talking about that, all right? So, Virgo. Oh, I love this. Virgos, we need this, don't we? Deep within me is a solid core of calm and peace. Don't let outside people or events determine your peace of mind. Okay, you guys? And I love that this is a little dove. That's another way in which I'm surrounded by nature right now, is there's doves that live in these palm trees. How freaking gorgeous is that? Right? This says, my life has always held a deep meaning and profound purpose. You're not here by accident or some coincidence of nature. For some of you guys, Virgos, this is not just about, all right, thank you, Soul Explorer. I will teach you how you can do that. It's done through astro.com, and there's a little bit of like searching that has to be done. So I'll make a video and I'll post it. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. All right. So what they're showing me right now is that this dove has two meanings for you in this message, Virgo. One is the energy which you vibrate, right? So meaning, you know, people around you could be stressing out and you're just sitting there calm as can be. That's the energy that you're vibrating. But also what it's saying is that many of you guys have spiritual gifts. You have psychic abilities. You have intuitive abilities. And your ability to receive messages, to receive guidance, all words cannot come out of my mouth, depends a lot on your state of inner peace, whether or not you are at peace or if you're agitated. That's what they're saying, is sometimes when you're agitated by the situation around you, you're just not able to receive the messages that Spirit is trying to send to you. All right, so we'll go to the Bianconera Tarot. There is the Virgo card, and it is reversed. Some of you guys just need to take a step back from your environment, okay? Because your environment's a little stressful. If the people around you are a little wound up, okay? It's definitely okay to just take a step back from that and to not feel guilty. You guys, my hair was so cute before I started this video. The humidity is real. Deep within me is a solid core of calm and peace. There's also, these roots are very important. Make sure that you guys are staying rooted and grounded, and that's going to help you to maintain your peace. I was just talking to a client that I was working with yesterday who I think he's a Virgo. I think he's a Virgo. All right. This is an interesting story. But yeah, I was just talking about how, like, the more we engage with stressful things, the more stressed out we're going to be. All right. It's okay to put down boundaries, get into your own space, and then make sure that you're being grounded at the same time. Okay. Imagine roots growing out of the bottom of your feet. And that's one way to take this energy and make sure that when you have to go back out there amongst people, you can carry that peace with you, all right? Once you ground it into the earth, all right? Also, Virgo is quite capable of an energy exchange with the earth itself. And that's something that's being recommended at this time, okay? This is such a tremendous energy. For some of you guys, you're healing from heartache, okay? Or the loss of something that was important to you. If it wasn't another person, okay, it was maybe an opportunity, something that you were planning on, and it just didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, all right? So you're standing on your own 2 feet, okay? But this 9 of Pentacles, just kind of getting, like picking yourself up and brushing off the dirt is what I'm seeing here, all right? This 9 of Pentacles should very seamlessly flow into the Empress. But this Empress is reversed right now, okay? So there's some sort of disconnect between you standing up and brushing yourselves off and you really beginning to thrive and grow. I got you. And there's going to be a realization that comes in about something in your environment that is not in alignment with you, okay? All right? And let me explain this to you guys. We've all seen Jurassic Park, right? Right? Okay? You see these little circles, right? You remember when the kids are sitting there eating, like they just got done like running away from raptors, and they're in the cafeteria and they're eating, and there's these little, I feel like it's little cups of Jello, and they can tell that there's something coming in the distance because you start to see these ripples on the little cups of Jello, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? These 2 cups in this picture are 2 cups of Jello that are rippling at different rates, which means you're putting yourself in the environment of somebody who's operating on a different frequency. Okay? This is the realization that's coming through. You guys are doing all right, getting yourself stood back up and brushed off. But what's keeping you from thriving at this time, Virgo, is the fact that you keep putting yourself in contact with people who are not in that same energy. Okay? So, deep within you, is a solid core of calm and peace. And if it's not deep within that other person or that other environment that you're exposing yourself to, pull back, all right? Pull back and get yourself back into that place of peace, because that is what's going to help flip this Empress card. And instead of just being like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm surviving, I made it through another day, you're really going to start to thrive and grow. All right, you guys? So, like I said before, the theme for this Cancer new moon is to set new emotional goals. I feel like for you guys, Virgos, your emotional goal may just be like, I want to be at peace more often. That is a totally legitimate goal to set. Now you have to bring yourself into the experiences and situations that's going to help support that goal. All right? So thank you, Virgos. All right. I went ahead and placed a timestamp at 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Here we go, Libras. Let's go ahead and see what is coming up for you. You guys, Libra is a cardinal energy in the same way that Cancer is a cardinal energy. So for some of you guys, if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign in Libra, you might want to check the degree of this Cancer new moon, because it could potentially be squaring one of your placements. All right. And remember, a square is tension that we can grow from. All right. Libras. Whoo, I like this, especially all these planets moving into Leo season. Leo is about fun. Leo is about expression. This says rediscover your zeal. What do you get excited about, Libra? Pay attention to the passion that you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Very interesting. And here's the sun. This is, you see how these people, they're just having a blast, right? Aren't they? Spinning around. This is about allowing yourself, like surrounding yourself with people who have similar interests to you, all right? People who have similar goals, people who carry a similar resonance to you, okay? Thank you, divine spirits of love and light, archangels, ancestors, allies, and guides. What is this coming out? Beautiful. Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Queen of Wands, we've been talking a lot about giving power away to certain situations. That's what the Queen of Wands sometimes does. Okay, this Queen of Wands can also be somebody who uses her power in a really nasty way. Okay, so for some of you, there's somebody you need to move away from who uses their power in a really nasty way. For some of you, you're giving your power away by not allowing yourself to move and change and grow. There's a very strong Jupiter energy, because all these things that they're describing here, discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, and travel, those are all Sagittarian elements. And the Wheel of Fortune is associated with Jupiter, who rules Sagittarius. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see if we can't get one more. Seven of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. Seven of Cups and reverse is about clarity. And then the Ace of Swords, that's perfect. And the Two of Wands, absolutely. This is coming to the realization that there's something in your environment that doesn't get you excited. Hi Vivek, welcome. I'm doing my weekly Tarotscopes, so we're on Libra right now. Okay? But this is also, it's just, you guys will understand exactly what it is you need to walk away from. Because it's almost like this is an energy, or this is a habit or a pattern, my dear Libras, that you have engaged in the past. But when you look toward your future, you don't really want it to be there. You don't really see it as a part of your future. Okay? So there's clarity coming in. There's clarity coming in that says that there's somebody, once again, that's not in alignment with you. It's the same energy that was coming through with Virgo. Okay? The same energy that was coming in with Virgo. Because you should be following your North Node, your North Star, so to speak. Hi, Vivek. Thank you so much. This is not, I'm just not doing personals and I'm not doing mini readings right now. But if you do want to check out the description box, please feel free to say hit me up. You can send me email or you can book with me on my website, okay? Now look, remember how I said I love being here with nature because the birds talk to me, the spiders, the lizards, they all have messages for me, right? For some of you guys, whatever situation you're giving your power away, I feel like these are all kind of almost collapsing on one another. This is very, very similar to the Virgo energy. It's about clarity coming through about what is not for you. Something that you planned on having on your path going forward, but the more you really tune into yourself and who you are. Hi, Kelsey. I'm wrapping up Libra right now. The more you tune into yourself and your North Node and where your inner guidance and your intuition wants to take you, you realize that there's something in your environment that's not going in the same direction, okay? This is the Two of Wands reversed. And it's just saying, look, it's okay if something that was a big part of your past is not going to be a part of your future. The important thing is that you get out there and you follow your own heart, follow your passion, follow your zeal in the direction you want to go. See, this is the direction you're going. Somebody is trying to go that way. And you have to be like, bye, I'll catch up with you later, all right? We can share pics, we can tell stories, but for this moment, go in the direction of where your heart is calling you, where your passion and excitement are calling you, all right? You also may want to look at what's going on with Sagittarius in your chart, because like I said, all of those energies were appearing in that card, all right? Thank you guys once again for being here. Thank you for respecting the format of this particular video. I'm not doing mini reads, unfortunately. We are just doing Tarotscopes for each of the signs for July 4th through the 11th. And at 22:44, I'm time stamping my Scorpios. Scorpios, we're going to go back to this deck. This is the Healing the Mind and Spirit, and it's an old deck, so I've got a couple, it's almost starting to fall apart a little bit. Thank you guys once again for your patience, for being here, for following me over here to take two. Please don't forget how important it is to like the video if in fact you guys feel like you're vibing with it, if this has just kind of helped to fill a part of your day. Okay. Scorpios, divine spirits of love and light. What do we have for our beloved Scorpios? Okay. Practice meditation and contemplation to quiet my mind. Spirit is all about just us getting back into our own space, right? Which Cancer is fourth house, and fourth house is all about home, all right? Like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on in Leo. Venus and Mars are in Leo, and then in a couple weeks, the sun is going to be in Leo. And that is a much more extroverted energy. I feel like Spirit is saying before we get there, call yourself in with this Cancer new moon and really, really set intentions based on what you want to be experiencing internally before you take yourself out into whatever Leo season has in store for us. This says you may find that your mind is usually filled with unimportant thoughts. This is for Scorpios. Focus on your breath or your steps. Every breath is holy. Every step is sacred. This is really, really good about, it's just a good message about being in the here and now. All right? Being in the here and now. This is what they want me to talk about here. because some of you guys are thinking about something that happened in the past. Some of you guys are having anxiety about something that's coming up in the future. And what happens is it's creating an energetic barrier to you just being able to manifest something here in the present. Okay? This Nine of Wands is often called the wounded warrior, but it really is somebody who has been through so much that he's very easily startled, is the energy that I'm seeing. And it's almost saying that, like, look, spirit, like your entire environment might be giving you clues to just be present, to pull it all back into the here and now. Because if your mind is wandering about this thing that happened last week or last month or last year, if you're worried about something you have to do next week or next month or next year, then it's almost like spirit is showing me like coming in and things falling off of tables, right? Like little accidents happening that are all meant to just call you back into the here and now, my beloved Scorpio, all right? They want you to focus. Because here's the thing, this Chariot has to maintain constant focus on guiding these horses in the direction that he wants to go. He can't just put things into cruise control. You see that? This is very much about your energy and where your energy is going at this time, Scorpio, all right? Be present. This charioteer has to be present at all times, because as soon as he loses sight of where he's at, these horses, he begins to lose control of where he's going, right? This chariot has no cruise control, okay? So make sure that your thoughts are focused in the present. If you guys need help with that, try breath work. I'm hearing that because it says focus on your breath or your steps. Breath work or just mindfulness. I'm gonna let you guys know, I do not like housework. I don't like housework in part because when I was a kid, that was a punishment. Like, oh, you did something you weren't supposed to do. Now it's your job to do all the dishes, right? So it kind of frames housework in this way that's not very delightful. So I decided to reframe housework as service to self, as like meditative service to self. Like if I was a monk living in a monastery and I would sweep the floors, right? I would be like, oh, this is a part of my spiritual work. So for some of you guys, find an activity that you can focus on and let it be meditative for you guys. Let it be a part of your spiritual work. As you're doing the dishes, focus on the here and now, all right? That's just kind of a message that's coming through. Let's see what else. The Four of Pentacles. And there you are as the King of Cups, Scorpio. This is you. You have ships coming in, okay? If you lose focus on these ships coming in, if you put up an energetic barrier, you're not able to accept the blessings that the universe has for you at this time, okay? This is doing too much. He's holding too many pentacles, okay? And your pentacles are thoughts, okay? This is what's on his mind, but this is what's in his hands. Do you understand? Just being much more present. Focus on one thing at a time. And you have so much more power to manifest whatever it is that you are focusing on at this time. All right? Scorpio is a water sign. Cancer is a water sign. If you guys have a sun, moon, rising, even Venus or North Node in Scorpio, you may look at what degree it is in and what degree this new moon in Cancer is going to be in. I'm sorry I don't have that information for you guys right now, but that's going to be a trine aspect, which means that this particular new moon, the theme of which is set new emotional goals, is likely to be very, very harmonious for you, right? It's going to help you kind of clear your slate. Sometimes I go into meditation and I'm like so full of thoughts This works for me because I was a teacher for so long. I just imagine that there's a whiteboard in front of me and I clean the whole thing. If you've ever been a teacher, you know what a joyful feeling that is. Like, get out the spray and just really, 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 really clean your whiteboard. Okay, Scorpios, that is the message that's coming through for you. Because sometimes you write on the whiteboard and then you erase it and you can still see the thing that used to be written there. So at the end of the day, when you can just spray it down and get it all clean and shiny, that is such a joyful moment. All right, Sagittarius, I got you time stamped. Let's see what's coming out for you guys. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 9th house stellium. For some of you, just Jupiter dominant. Okay. Jupiter is my second most dominant planet behind Mercury. So that's just a fun fact about me. Diving into new depths and back on task. Yeah, you very similar to Scorpio. There's certain things happening, unfolding in your life that have much deeper meaning than what you are trying to attribute it to. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what's really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Everybody, take a moment to pause and breathe this week. That's what the Cancer new moon is saying. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what you're feeling about your current situation, and that's what's going to get you back on task. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. Consider reviewing your goals. I'm just going to end right there because we're all talking about emotional goals. Okay? What emotion do you want to have more of in your life? What feeling do you want to feel more often? Is what this Cancer new moon is asking us to focus on at this time. And I feel like, and the Hermit card, you guys, is anybody getting the message that, like, I told you, in fact, you guys, if you didn't see take 1, which was an absolute catastrophic failure thanks to my internet connection, the image that this story that was playing out in my mind was Venus wants to go out to this party and Saturn's like, oh, dressed like that, right? It's almost this grounding energy, and the universe, all of these cards are like, yeah, that's what we're asking you to do, to go within before you go without. All right, before you go out into the world, make sure that you're really checking into yourself and making sure that your actions are in alignment with your values, and that your values are in alignment with your true self. Ace of Pentacles, I like that. Yeah, this is something tangible in your environment. Anything that's not working out for you, or that's feeling uncomfortable, or getting boring, or just being a pain in your ass, that's spirit saying, is that what you really want to put your attention on right now, Scorpio or Sagittarius? Is that really what you want? Because here you are as the queen. You're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles right now. Meaning, you're in a place where you're so ready to receive abundance. All right? That's just it. This Ace of Pentacles is coming your way. The Queen of Pentacles is one who is open and ready to receive their blessings. This Ace of Pentacles looks so much like the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Okay? This is something coming your way. And Spirit wants you to be ready to receive it, which is why they might be kind of like bringing in some Tower moments. Things are moving too slow for you. If it's not a natural flow, there's a message in that, right? If communication has shut down in a situation, there's a message in that, right? If something seems to be blocked, there's a message in that. Spirit is saying, no, don't pick that up. Don't pick that up. We want your hands to be empty. And so you can be ready to accept what we've really got coming your way. All right? So it may not be what you're expecting. It might really, really, really catch you off guard. This Tower moment. So they want you to have an open mind. All right, this is the Foolish Man, which is also the Fool card. By the way, this is Uranus, okay? Pet peeve. I'm just going to share it real quick. Let me take a little sip of my smoothie real quick before I spill some tea. Everybody has their own associations with the cards, right? I've seen so many tarot readers on YouTube refer to the Fool as Aries energy, just because it's the first one in the deck, okay? I've also seen them call the Magician Aries energy, okay? In actuality, traditionally speaking, the Foolish Man, this is Uranus. This is spirit unbound, okay? Meaning you don't have, your path is not set in stone. You know what I mean? That's the energy of the Fool. Like, we're just going to jump off of this cliff and see what happens, man. Like, whatever. Go with the flow. Right? If you've got a plan and it's not working out for you right now, Sagittarius, the universe is trying to send you a message with that. And they're saying, you know what? Put it down. If it's moving slower or if it's not moving at all, if you have some sort of energetic gridlock going on in your life right now, Sagittarius, Spirit is trying to get you to see the deeper meaning of that, because they want to get you back on task. They want to get you ready to receive whatever it is that they're sending your way. All right? I actually really, really love that for you guys, okay? In fact, as a Sagittarius rising, I'm going to go ahead and accept that message for myself. All right, Saggies, understand that like most of what happens in our external environment is, it has a message, all right? Believe it and it becomes true. Which is also true for negative things. So don't be thinking too many negative thoughts, because if you believe it, they can happen. All right, my beloved Capricorns. My beloved Capricorns. Capricorn was the message that was really just the most intense. I think I got about 6 or 7 different signs, zodiac sign readings out in the last week. If you guys missed that Capricorn reading, all my readings, by the way, are collective, okay? But it definitely was about some sort of energetic sabotage, some sort of energetic attack that happens at it's very much at the 5D level, all right? So here comes Spirit to say, because you guys, all right, if you resonated with that Capricorn message, it's because you're somebody who is a very, 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 very old soul. And not even a very, very, very old soul, but a very experienced and a very advanced soul. Okay? Sometimes the most evolved souls take the most challenging paths. So this says, I am aware that a life filled with difficulty is not a punishment. Also, I'm getting the feeling that, like, look, she's out on this sailboat. She wasn't expecting to meet those waves, right? But it's keeping her from getting bored on her journey. And it's improving her abilities as a sailor, right? The more storms you navigate through, the more you have the potential to be able to face, right? This is something that Capricorns, I feel right now, are going through something that feels like it's restrictive, and it is for a reason, because you're being taught to break free from that, okay? This 8 of Swords is also about reclaiming power. Reclaiming power from a situation that you didn't think you could get your way out of, okay? That's what she looks like upright. Sometimes bad things happen to us and we just get stuck in that thinking. We're like, oh, this bad thing happened to me because there's something wrong with me. And that's not the case. Or, oh, this bad thing happened to me because I deserved it. No, that's not the case. Sometimes bad things happen to you in order to teach you a new skill. Okay? In the case of that particular Capricorn reading that I did last week, the new skill was energetic sovereignty. This is a new inspiration, a new idea, a new project, but also perhaps a new skill. Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, everybody's getting this. If something's not working, because Capricorn is a builder energy. Three of Pentacles is definitely a Capricornian energy. There you are, you're building something. In this case, it's a sculpture. And what I love about this is a sculpture is different than other things made of stone, because this building in the background was created by putting stones together. This sculpture is made by peeling layers off, right? So you're trying to fine tune something, Capricorn, and imagine he's like chipping away and like a toe falls off. Spirit's saying that's not a most authentic expression of yourself at this time. Or Spirit is saying this is an opportunity for you to find a new way of carving toes. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay? Because the Seven of Pentacles is coming out. If there's something in your life that's not coming together the way you want it to, you're being asked to refine your methods, to stop and look at, is there a different way? Is there a new way to deal with this? Okay? It's like he's gardening and his little pentacle plant isn't doing what he wants it to do. So he goes on the internet and he finds out something new about his pentacle plant, something new that he can do to help support this growth. It's about bringing in a new skill, a new ability. Okay? Yeah, because it's not growing the way you want it to, is this Empress card. This Empress and this Three of Pentacles, there's something in your life that's not growing the way that you want it to, Capricorns. So this is saying you've got to look at your methods. Is there a new skill that you can bring to the table, something new that you can learn that's going to help this move forward for you? Okay, my beautiful Cappies. And understand, it's not a punishment, it's an opportunity to learn and grow. Okay? I really hope that it's been rainy season, you guys. It's been so rainy that I have not been to the beach, which is like 3 blocks away. I haven't been to the beach in weeks because I hurt myself and then it was raining. So I'm going to go have a swim after this. Aquarius. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. We got Aquarius, and then we'll do Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. I'll do my best to get it all time-stamped and up for you guys within about 15 minutes after the end of the reading. Total submersion, interesting. This is a very similar energy to what we were talking about with Scorpio. About allowing yourself to focus on one thing right now. And I kind of feel like that one thing is going to be you. Oof. Is the Queen of Swords wanted to come out. She does too. And the High Priestess. Some of you guys, oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. A lot of these readings are about going within, about discovering something that can only be found in solitude within yourself. All right? I'm going to tell you guys what I see in just a moment. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for Aquarius. Eight of Cups reversed. All right. Total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find what your life has been lacking. Listen, what this is really about, Aquarius is the water bearer. This is somebody who holds the water at arm's length. Okay, Aquarius? So sometimes when you're analyzing something, usually you're doing it intellectually, right? Aquarius, sun and moon. When you're analyzing something, you're doing it intellectually. What Spirit is asking you to do is dive down into your watery space. Okay? This is your emotions. Your emotions, by the way, are based in the body. They're based on the way that our body is reacting to something in our environment. And something in your environment. Hi, Soul Explorer. Thanks for hanging on. You've been here forever. Thank you, thank you. Something in your environment needs to be beheaded. Okay? This is Judith and Holofernes, right? I don't know what the name of the town is, but this is the story from the Bible where Judith lives in this town, and here comes this army, and they just kind of camp outside the town, and they're like, we're gonna burn it down in the morning. And she's like, oh, shoot. So what she does is she essentially sneaks into the camp and beheads their leader. It's almost like they're showing me a hydra, which is a 7-headed beast, right? You chop off one head, more will grow back, right? So what this is talking about is you have to go to the heart. You have to slay it once and for all. Because she was surrounded by an entire army. And to get that entire army to just give up and go home, all they had to do was wake up and find their leader's head on a pike. That's all, right? So for some of you guys, it's like you're putting up little boundaries here, a little boundary there, a little boundary here, a little boundary there. And there's a way to just say one great big no that will protect you from all of this. But you really have to go within in order to find out where to direct that energy. What exactly is it that's making you uncomfortable? What is it in your environment that you don't trust? What is it in your environment that is making it hard for you to walk away from something that's very, very unsatisfying at this time? Okay? You have to engage with the emotional side. Last week, that was my message for Virgos. Like, sorry, Virgos, you have to pay attention to your feelings. Aquarius is the sign that really, really, really is being urged to engage with their emotions at this time because there's something that you don't trust. And if you try to analyze it intellectually, the answer is not going to be clear. You've got to listen to your gut on this one, okay? All right, darlings? I'm wishing you all the very, very best. By the way, if you did resonate with that Aquarius reading that I just put out, I had said, I think it was in the other video when I was talking to a Soul Explorer, for some of you guys, Miss Hannigan, by the way, is the name of the person, the character from Annie that I could not come up with. For some of you guys, your own Miss Hannigan is not a person in your life, it's a voice in your head. It's something that has entered into your narrative without you being aware of it. So take that definitely as it resonates. That was a heavy message. So that's why I always say don't carry home problems that aren't your own. If that doesn't resonate with you, don't try to make it fit, all right? All right, Pisces, darling Pisces, let's go ahead. Pisces gets a new deck. Spirit said so. Spirit said so. All right. It's time to pull out this self-care cards. And it's just going to be something different, some image in this deck that needs to be brought up. Thank you guys once again for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. Pisces. Everybody's like, go to your room. The universe is saying, go to your room and just think. It's not punishment. It's an opportunity. Rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. And then you have choice. Reconsider a commitment. You have the right to change your mind. Okay? Now listen, what they really want me to talk about here is the fact that she's lying in this pile of leaves. Okay? I feel like something has been shed. Something has been released. And here you are in the aftermath. Okay? After this moment of release. And while you're there, while you're taking that nap under the leaves, go ahead and reconsider the things that you have committed yourself to doing in the future. Because whatever this represents, these leaves falling from this tree, shedding an old ideology, an old mindset, an old behavior pattern, or even old relationships, you don't have to follow through with promises that your old self made. Okay? Let your new self weigh in. You have the right to change your mind. We're going to go to Bianco Nero. Temperance is on the bottom. And the Queen of Swords. Okay? I love this Queen of Swords. She looks so peaceful, you guys. Oh, she looks so... They all look really, yeah. But you guys, here's what's fun. There is a subset of art history that just studies medieval hand gestures. Did you guys know that? Because back in the Middle Ages, they were not great at facial expressions, right? So if they wanted to show what somebody was in the process of doing, there are certain hand gestures, right? Or just certain positions that go along with that. And I always think of that whenever I see the Queen of Swords, because sometimes her hand is like, I'm cutting this bullshit off. And sometimes it's beckoning. Do you know what I mean? And you see how she's got this beautiful butterfly crown? It looks a lot like what this person has going on. Okay? This is almost like, instead of a call out, right? Because this hand gesture for me is a call out. It's a call in. It's just like saying, hey, baby doll, come here and let me explain to you why I can't do the thing that I promised I was going to do. Okay? But both of these are about healing. They're both about healing. Okay? Let's see what else wants to come out here for my Pisces. That's you, Pisces. That's you. You are the moon in the tarot. And there's Neptune. This is release. We have 4 swords on the bottom of the deck. Look at this. This is peace. This is rest. This is rest. You've really been through something, Pisces. Okay? Pisces is another water sign. And Pisces is going to be, this new moon in Cancer is going to be very good for Pisces, very healing for Pisces. But it's going to allow you to set new emotional goals. That's kind of been the theme of all of this entire new moon that's coming up. Set new emotional goals. Take some time out to rest. Take a little nap. Let yourself heal. And let yourself let go what no longer serves you. This is very, very, very important. Okay? Give yourself permission to release what no longer serves you. But this moon card is very much about your intuition. Why do I feel like this is what she's holding? Like she's reached up and grabbed the moon and she's holding on to it now. Okay? For some of you guys, you're going to be intuitively guided towards the choice that you have to make here. Okay? I really love that energy. All right. And get one more sip of my smoothie here. Thank you guys for being here. It's a beautiful day here. I can only imagine it's a beautiful day in other parts of the world. So any of you guys who are sitting in front of your computer right now with me, please know that I greatly appreciate that. Aries. Let's see what wants to come up for my Aries. Aries, which is ruled by Mars. Mars went through last week the same process that Venus is going through this week. Aries, I love this. Okay. This Light of the Moon card came up for Leos as well. All right. What you've got here is unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. Everybody else has to go in their room and think about what they're doing, but not you, Aries. You get to have fun. You get to go to the party. I'm just kidding. All right, Three of Cups is here, so maybe you guys are coming together with some like-minded souls. This is definitely something to celebrate. And check it out. This particular astrological association is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury is still weaving its way back through Gemini and will be in Cancer, I'm going to say probably within the month. And there is the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. That is you. That is Aries energy. Nine of Cups. Come on, you guys. Wait, I want to be in Aries. I feel like it's because you've already done the work. Because what Venus is going through this week, Mars went through last week. So those of you who are Aries dominant, especially, you've already done this work. And now you get the Magician. Seriously? All right, I'm canceling all zodiac signs except for Aries right now. This, by the way, is Mercury. And the Queen of Wands reversed. So I feel like you've already learned your lesson about giving your power away. This is you taking it back and really creating something with it, right? But it's only after the achievement of some other wish fulfillment here. Okay? And I feel like what in the Light of the Moon is saying is a lot of people didn't see you do this. They haven't seen you triumph. It's something that happened behind the scenes. It's something that happened internally. But once this happened, it's as within, so without. Right? Once this happened internally, whatever you've been through, Aries, it is creating change in your environment. Let's see what else we've got. Five of Wands reverse. You guys, blockages falling away. Blockages just melting away. I want to be in Aries. I henceforth declare myself an Aries this week. Aries is cardinal, as is Cancer, which is new moon. But here's the key. What everybody else, what a lot of other people are going through this week, a lot of the other signs, is learning what they have to put down in order to let in these beautiful blessings that the universe has in store for them. You guys have already put something down. This Four of Pentacles. You already, let's say, scaled back your priorities. You take all the things that you could potentially put your energy into and you narrow it down to like, but what's really going to make me happy? And as soon as you did that, you stop giving your power away to all the other things that were absorbing your time, attention, and energy. And that's how you step into this magician, this 3 of Cups, this 9 of Cups. I love this. You guys, that's exciting. 5 of Pentacles reversed. And the Last Judgment. This is the Judgment card. This is you leaving lack mentality behind. You're like, I'm just not, it's just not my thing anymore. And you made that decision internally. And I think that's why this week you're going to start seeing the effects of it in your external world. You're the one blowing the trumpet, Aries. You see how I have this rising energy? See, this angel is kind of rising up. And the way this magician, because you blew the horn. Okay, because you raised your wand, you stopped being this Queen of Wands reverse, she's got a wand, but she's not wielding it. Here it is, you wield, you take your power back, and something in you ascends. Congratulations, Aries. Everybody else knows now that that is the model, I guess, for us to follow, because Spirit's sending a whole bunch of us back to our rooms to think about what we're really, really doing right now. Aries got it figured out. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It only kind of makes sense. Let's go ahead and see if Taurus has this figured out yet. All right, so my bowls. You guys are gonna get this Healing the Mind and Spirit cards. I almost choked on the words that were trying to come out of my mouth. Last week I did a Starseed special at the very end of this, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, with all the challenges we had at the beginning, I just do not have the energy for that. So I might try to do that tomorrow. Might see if I can get out a special Starseed message for you guys tomorrow. I will meditate on it and see what happens. This is for my Tauruses, my beloved bulls. Okay. So you guys remember how I told you about the spider that was sneaking up on the 2 lizards having sex with one another? The message in that is that usually lizards eat spiders, right? Usually love conquers fear. But if we allow it to, fear can come in and conquer love. Usually spiders are eaten by lizards, but in this case, that spider was about to eat the lizards. You see what I mean? It's a role reversal. So this is important because we have this dynamic of love and fear coming up for you guys now. I know that love dissolves fear. You can't be afraid when you're feeling love, since everything is energy and love encompasses all energies. All is love. Okay, and then this says arrogance is merely another face of fear. Without fear, there would be no need for arrogance. So there's something about arrogance getting in the way of love. For my Tauruses here, I stand strong in the face of arrogant or aggressive people. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you what, you come at a bull with some arrogance, it's tempting for us to give that back. Oh, who you think you are? Okay. It's tempting. But really the challenge here is to not let ourselves fall into those negative vibrations, not allow ourselves to entertain those negative energies. Okay? So love dissolves fear. Somebody's coming at you with arrogance. Kill them with kindness. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Let's shuffle up and see what else wants to come out. The Chariot. It's time to move forward from something, towards something. Let's see. Ooh. Ace of Swords and the Emperor. This is a realization that you have more power in a situation than you might have previously given yourself credit for. Okay? It's possible that this is a masculine figure that is stepping forth to express a truth to you, that is going to get the wheel turning and get you moving in a direction that I feel has been blocked by arrogance. And like it says here, arrogance is merely another face of fear. Sometimes we act really arrogant because we're just scared little bulls is all. Okay? And for some reason, they really want me to look at her with her blindfold on. Okay? This is about not realizing, because, all right, fine, I'll say that. Tauruses love themselves. That's just who we are, okay? We love ourselves to the point that instead of being able to say, you know what, I'm scared, we might just easily tell ourselves, well, I'm better than that. Okay, instead of saying, I'm scared to face this thing, we'll just be like, you know what, I don't even need that thing in my life. And that's acting out of arrogance, okay? Spirit really wants to talk about how this has to do with love. Self-love dissolves the fear that causes us to act from a place of arrogance. All right, you guys? For some of you guys, you're literally acting arrogant in the face of love, because to look at it directly is a little scary right now, okay? But this Emperor is always, the Emperor drives the Chariot. Oh, when we're arrogant, it's always because we feel some insecurity. Absolutely. Absolutely. They're telling me about like Ferdinand the Bull. Is this something that I'm making up? Was Ferdinand the Bull maybe kind of like shunned by all the other bulls because he just wanted to lay around and smell flowers all day long? Or am I making that up? But I feel like that's what they wanted to talk about, okay? The Emperor is who drives the Chariot, okay? That's just a fact of tarot. And the Wheel of Fortune, they really want me to talk about how like these are his actual wheels. Because the Emperor is the energy that we sit in when we just cross our arms and are like, no, I'm not going to do the thing. Okay, with Ferdinand, okay, good. Because sometimes I get into my like channeling space and I make up things that just aren't true. I totally conflated. See how I inserted Nurse Ratched into the story about Annie? There's no Nurse Ratched in Annie, but that's who I thought Miss Hannigan's name was. Okay? This truth is coming up out of the mountains. These mountains are immovable. That's what this Emperor can be. Okay? Very, very stubborn. Very saying, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going anywhere. Okay? But the wheels start moving this week. The wheels start moving. What happened? Why did Spirit just like, it literally, I feel like everybody had like the same, there was like 3 messages coming through. And then we get to Aries and it's something new. We get to Taurus, it's something new. And up next we've got Gemini. So let's see what we've got from my Geminis. Okay. We get that timestamp. Thank you guys so much for being here. Get that shuffled up, and this is our last sign of the day. Like I said, sometimes you gotta push through and say, I know this is not gonna be my best life, but I didn't give up. So thank you guys for sticking through it with me. All right. Gemini. Gemini is gonna get the whispers of the Ocean Oracle as well. And then once we're done with this, you guys, like I said, give me about 15-20 minutes, maybe closer to 20, because this is take 2. I've got to figure out how to timestamp whatever mess of a video I made during take 1. So thank you guys for patient with me throughout that. Gemini, darlings, what do we have? Okay, back to the theme of the previous readings. Empower yourself. Everybody is being asked to take their power back. Tune into your personal power. You're more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be a strong, beautiful person you're capable of being. Now, these are swordfish. And the swords, to me, are all about intellect. You can come up with a new solution. That's what this is saying. Because right now you are adrift in shallow water. Everybody else getting this message, take a few deep breaths, say the words, take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. We just had 1-11-11 on the counter, on the little timer. As I was reading that, connect to source, go within to discover what needs to be done, create the shift required to attract what you want. That's what this, you're mentally giving your power away, okay? There is a new solution available to you. It's all in the intellect. It's all in the intellect. And now it is important to mention, I'm glad that Soul Explorer kind of asked, well, when are we really, really out of the shadow phase of the Mercury retrograde in Gemini that we just had? And we're coming out of that on the 7th. Meaning, especially you Geminis, instead of going in circles with old ways of thinking, there's a new way of thinking that emerges that is going to allow you to restore your inner peace. And that's going to create the shift required to attract what you want. Because all of these little feathery things, all of these, those are sensory organs. It's about receiving. Ace of Cups is reversed for you guys on the split right there. Okay, there's some way that you've been thinking about something that I think is really close off the heart chakra. Okay. 29 and 47, 211 cards. Thank you. Okay, the Fool and the Princess of Pentacles. Whole new journey, because you have the new solution. Do you understand that? This is, yeah, absolutely. This Princess of Pentacles is it's like a new tool. It's a new solution. Absolutely. This is going to clean the slate. This is going to clean the slate. But like almost every other message that we had come through today, you've got to go within. There's the Star and the Three of Swords reversed. 5 of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck means that you're moving out of whatever thoughts you've been swimming in have to do with you not being good enough, or you not having enough to do the thing you want to do, or to attract into your life the thing that you desire most, right? Some of you guys have been engaging with somebody or something that's not capable of giving you back what you're putting into it. So it's not that you're not good enough. It's just that you've been engaged in an exchange that's not capable of returning to you what you're putting into it. So the Star and the Three of Swords coming out, this is major healing. This is a major heart healing that comes through a shift in mental energy, a shift in our thoughts, the ability to look at something differently, to envision a new solution. And for some of you guys, you gotta get out of your emotions, okay? Because see, all the water is emotion. Instead of swimming, instead of like your thoughts swimming around and around and around in your emotions, come out here towards the light. Come out here towards the light. Look at something from maybe a little bit higher perspective if you can. And I bet a solution will present itself to you. And it's going to lead to a lot of healing. Okay, my beautiful Geminis, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who joined me today. Thank you for my entire collective. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am energetically drained from this. I feel like this whole reading was a little mini retrograde, a little mini Mercury retrograde, because I couldn't get words out, couldn't get technology on board, all that good stuff. But I stuck through it because honestly, this is something that I really, really, really have been looking forward to, just being able to come together with my collective every Saturday. And so, yeah, thanks once again. I'll be back next week. I always do post in my community just to confirm the time in case I move it forward, back, or forward or back a little bit. And yeah, I might have a quick nap and then I'm gonna go to the beach, okay? I hope you guys make brilliantly excellent use of your day in a very, very, very similar way. But for now, we say goodbye. Take care.